Hello, everybody. So lovely to welcome you and thank you to those who have joined live on this first webinar. For me, using this wonderful software we have that works so well when it works. So this is a replay of the week 4 of the Monday meditation sessions. And what we're going to be practicing this time is a technique called pauses between the breathing. So what that means is, and I'll just explain it first, and then we'll go into the practice in a few minutes. So we'll start with first just breathing in and out, elongating the breath. And then when it feels comfortable, we might possibly go from counting 3 in, 3 out, and then maybe 4 in, 4 out. And then we'll take a very minor pause. So it could really just be a micro moment, or it could be longer. So I will count you in and out for a couple of rounds, and then I will leave it with you to listen to your own breath rhythm and cycle. And if at any moment you feel like the pausing, so basically you suspend the breathing. So you breathe in, pause, and then breathe out, pause. In, pause, and out, pause. And what happens is, first of all, we are stilling our mind, which is all part of the process. And in those pauses, what we can find is there's just these golden moments of stillness where we are in the truly present moment. Okay, so I'll first start with grounding ourselves. And as we've learned already in this series, a good position is important to keep ourselves comfortable but alert. So although you could meditate lying down, you could also meditate standing. If you get sleepy, that's one antidote, is just to stand up and continue your meditation standing up. Lying down often can lead to drowsiness, so not generally recommended. And often people say, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible enough. Well, actually, I've been rereading the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, who was one of the very early yogis many, many years back, in the sort of the first really of the ancient writings of yoga where it's documented. And he wrote 3 long chapters all about yoga. And there's only one mention in all of that in chapter 2 about the posture of the asana. So in these days, we think yoga is all about making amazing shapes and bending and all that sort of thing. Actually, if you can come to a place where, as he says, posture should be stable, firm, and comfortable, and you relax. So stable, steady, and comfortable. If you can sit in a position like that and still your mind, you're practicing yoga. If you do only that for the rest of your life, you are practicing yoga. So coming to ideally the edge of your seat, and ideally shoes off so you can feel the ground with your toes is quite nice, but if not, just shoes on. Have your hands gently resting onto the top of the legs. Grounding down, as it knows, was just feeling yourself sinking down and closing the eyes. Just start by feeling the earth beneath your feet. Maybe giving you your toes a little wriggle, whether they're in or out of your shoes. Feeling relaxed in the lower leg, legs and the upper legs. Bring the sitting bones in contact with your seat or the floor, wherever you are. Hands are relaxed, the fingers are gently curled. Allowing those shoulders to drop by resting the hands onto the knees or the thighs. They can completely relax. Lengthening the spine. Starting to deepen the breath so the chest expands gently on the inhale. And let's exhale through the mouth. Nice cleansing breath. Let's take 2 more in and out. Imagining you're blowing a candle out through pursed lips. 1 more in and out. Feeling the face soft. And if you do wear glasses, I invite you to just slip them off if you can now with just one hand. Feeling the face nice and relaxed, eyes remain closed. And coming back to the breath, coming into the here and now. The present moment. In Course in Miracles terms, the holy instant. Finding that place. The past dissolves. The future yet to come. Let it all go. Coming to this moment. Feeling the body softened, stable, comfortable. And let's first start with counting the breath without the pauses. So I'll count you in and out, but please do go with your own breath. You may have a longer or a shorter breath cycle. So inhaling in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. And out through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Or out through the mouth if through the nose doesn't work for you. In. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. And if it feels comfortable, elongate it a little more to 4. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. And I'll leave you to do one more cycle, counting inwardly, gentle counting, connecting to the breath. And if you finish that cycle, do another one. In for 4 and out for 4. Looking back to 3 if 4 feels too long. And then with your next inhale, we're going to start to introduce those beautiful pauses. So again, I'll count you in and out so you can see the pattern. You'll follow your own timing. It's different from mine. In, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Out. 2, 3, 4. Pause. In. 2, 3, 4. Pause. And out. 2, 3, 4. Pause. I'll leave you to continue. If at any time the breath feels at all strained, then either shorten or drop the pauses. Maybe they're not working for you today. Or maybe you can adjust it to suit your own breath. Filling the mind with the breath. The breath becomes a vehicle for bringing in that moment of stillness. Feeling the deeper connection with your own heart deepens as we pause and feel that sense of presence and awareness. I invite you now to drop the counting and just allow the breath to continue, but without that counting tool, just nice, long, smooth in, natural pause and out, natural pause. And on the next exhale, drop the pause at the bottom of the breath and just pause at the top. So inhale again, pause and exhale. Inhale, pause, and another couple of rounds. Then allow spaces between the thoughts. And now dropping all the pauses and allowing the breath to come back to its natural length and rhythm. And take this last minute by trying to enjoy that stillness that you have allowed to enter. Or rather that you have entered into the silence that is always there, that full stillness. Wanting to come back, wiggling the fingers, the toes, maybe circling the hands, the feet, the shoulders a little. Rubbing the hands together to create some heat before you open the eyes. And then we'll just cup the hands, feeling the heat from the palms into the eyes. Gently opening up. Hands together in front of the heart space. And hands down. Thank you for joining. Whether you joined live or online, thank you so much for sharing this moment of stillness.